It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Green Bay. It's the Panthers and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Sunday night primetime.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The George Halas Trophy awaits the winner of this one, as well as a spot in the Super Bowl. Thanks for being with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, the anticipation's thick. Love this moment where we have a champion in the NFC crowned on this field. Couple of teams that don't like each other. What are you going to be watching for in this one, partner?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about these conference championship games, Mike, is how well these two teams know each other. When you find yourself here in the NFC, you're playing, not maybe every year, but you're playing each other a lot. You know their tendencies, you know the roster, you know the opposing coaching staff. There's some bad blood built up, not only over the course of this season, but previous ones. And tell you what, we wanted the best two teams in the conference with a game on the line to go to the Super Bowl, and I think we got it.
The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time, and they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
This place is rocking right now, Mike. I mean, neither one of us can even hear each other speak. This crowd is certainly doing their part. They're trying to create as hostile of an environment as humanly possible to give their team the upper hand, and he's going to have to overcome this atmosphere if he's going to lead his team to the Super Bowl. This isn't going to be an easy task by any stretch of the imagination, but as long as he goes out there and he plays smart and aggressive, they're going to have a shot to fly back home as NFC champs.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
That's taken in at the 50. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
These are the type of games, Mike, where you can become a legend, not only for your franchise, but to the entire city. His play throughout the year has helped them get to the point where the NFC Championship is taking place in their stadium. And if he's able to continue to play at that high level over these next 4 quarters, his team's going to have a real shot to end the weekend as NFC champions.
His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, They deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And the Packers will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Panthers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Love. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back and back, and you're wondering, what is he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out, and he's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't, and now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. Returnable from the 17. The Packers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start with great field position, right at midfield with a 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. He'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's caught! And he will score! Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball, and in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to score! A pick 6 for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. That's caught by Puka. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Love. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 32 yards. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. A try here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Love. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. It's the Packers on top. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Second and 7. To throw is Love. Going right back to Nakua. Complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Handoff here, up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Love. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here's Jake Bailey now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. That is hard! And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the defense comes out to shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete. Turn it over on downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Love. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return with more of the NFC Championship game after this. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. The Packers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This one complete right side. And they'll take this down inside 5.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you last before the end of the second quarter.
That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use them than down here on the goal line.
The extra point is good. And the Packers add on to their already sizable lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. So we've hit halftime here in the NFC Championship game. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Which one of these two clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Denver Broncos who are heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. Both these teams
Coach.
running through their
Thank
final
you.
adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
As we get set for half number 2. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. It's Nico Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Packers. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Packers will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Downfield, got it. LaFleur disagrees with the call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. On 1st down, it's Love. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
J.C. Horn that time with the good coverage, and he knocks it away. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay. The kicking team on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Panthers' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Love to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's going to be taken down. A sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. One quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This one, returnable. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
The extra point, up and good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, it's Love. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. On second down, Love. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Back to throw is Love. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on this side of midfield. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The home team's offense ready for next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Good blocking to the 15. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. Now Love. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. On first and 10, here's Love. He runs with it, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Back to crown the NFC champion after this. A second down throw for Love. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, it is not very often where I am at a loss for words. You know that by working with me. But let's just set the stage. They just allowed a modern NFL record 13.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Hill drops to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Think back to what they told us during the week, Mike. They said this primetime platform, this is a tremendous opportunity for us to show the entire league and put them on notice. And boy, after this performance, boy.
Into space. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Love to throw. This one intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6, but to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers tack on 1 more to their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, Love. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick six.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick six here in the fourth quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Packers are going to extend their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This returnable from the 4. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game. Under pressure all game long, the secondary feasting on his passes. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Love. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for the Packers. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy. Champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.